Today we're watching a fan film about what if Thomas Shelby figured out how to build a nuclear bomb. Not a very well known film. It's called Oppenheimer by Christopher Nolan. And without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm excited for this one. Hey, there he is. Cillian Murphy, what a legend. Thomas Shelby, by the way, is genuinely one of my favourite characters of all time. Maybe my favourite character. I think he's fucking great. And I'm excited for the Peaky Blinders film that should be coming out soon.
Were you happier there than in America?
Happier?
Yes.
No,
Stressed. He was not having a good time there. I think this might be the first Christopher Nolan film I've ever watched, actually. I don't know how I've managed that, to be honest.
Let's go. Oh, no, not you, Oppenheimer. You finish coaching those plates.
Bruh. Oppenheimer was the laughing stock of his little class. That's unfortunate.
Appearing through, seeing a world inside our world, a world of energy.
So that's Niels Bohr. I do remember learning about him in chemistry. So I wonder if this film is going to be like a lot of flashbacks that all end up leading up to the present moment we've seen at the start, maybe? Or like leading up to the bomb.
I'll send word. Wormhole.
What's up with him? Is there something like wrong with him? He seems like he's got issues of some kind. I guess maybe this is the case with a lot of people who make discoveries and crazy technological advances, but it seems like he sees the world differently to everybody else. He just sees and feels things that maybe other people don't. He's just so like interested in like the mechanics of stuff, isn't he? Like just the way things work. So can he not sleep because he keeps waking up and making developments, thinking of ideas towards his, area of study? I love Robert Downey Jr. too. Him and Cillian Murphy are both two of my favorite actors. They're both great, man.
And your two children.
Yes, true.
I'm a great admirer of your work.
Bro gets a house and shit for his family, for his job. That's pretty hype. Oh, so that's Einstein. Oh, is it? Looks like Einstein, right?
After Göttingen, I moved on to Leiden in Holland, where I first met Isidore Rabi.
So we're not watching this film in chronological order. That's why I'm concentrating, man. I need to focus.
It's a long way to Zurich. If you get any skinnier, we're gonna lose you between the seat cushions. I'm Robbie.
Yeah, man. Cillian Murphy does have a habit of having sucked-in cheeks, doesn't he?
Ever get the feeling all kind isn't entirely welcome here?
Physicists.
It's funny.
So he's Jewish, right? I don't know how much that's going to play into this. Actually, when is this set, right? Because he made the bomb, right? So is that like the Manhattan Project? Is that not, Hiroshima, Nagasaki? Tell me if I'm wrong. I could be being a retard here. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what this is, right?
Close to you experimentalists.
Theory will get you only so far.
So true, man. You got to get your hands dirty.
What do you know about quantum mechanics?
I have a grasp on the basics.
Then you're doing it wrong.
Bruh. Slapped up straight away.
I don't know. See where the math takes us. I guarantee it's somewhere no one's been before.
It's kind of crazy that he just... I mean, obviously he's an actor and he should do that, but he just slips into this role so well. Like, I'm not seeing him as Thomas Shelby at all. It's crazy how actors can just, a good actor could just do that.
The FBI was taking license plates outside suspected communist gatherings, and his name popped up.
So is there some, like, kind of, legal case going on after all of this has gone down? Is that Florence Pugh?
They think that socialism is a bigger threat than fascism.
Not for long. Look at what the Nazis are doing to the Jews. I
think in this time period, fascism is definitely the bigger threat, if we're being real.
What are you working on?
What happens to stars when they die?
Do stars die?
Oh, well, even I know that stars die.
Ownership is theft.
Property.
Property?
Property, not ownership.
I'm sorry, I read it in the original.
Property is theft. I'll come out and say it, guys. I'm not a communist. But, I'll hear these guys out.
I'm committed to thinking freely about how to improve our world. Why limit yourself to one dogma?
To be fair, though, that was a good bar from Oppenheimer there.
I like my wiggle room, too.
Bro, I was about to make that joke. I was about to say, bro. I was about to say he's going to be wiggling in your arsehole.
Read this.
I feel like bro wants to see what's behind the book rather than in the book. Hey, yo. I'm used to watching children's films, man. I ain't used to this shit. Yeah, it's like I'm so used to not watching 18 things, even though I've been 18 for a while now, that I just forget that, like, this shit can happen in films sometimes, and then it just catches me off guard.
The waitress? Oppie, you're right. It's letting up.
Did you just call him Oppie? I'm going to call him Oppie now. That's a good name.
Gravity swallows light. It's like a kind of hole in space.
I did start a project that I never had to finish in college about... It was to do with, like... So it was basically to do with time travel, but it was to do with Einstein's relativity theory, how, like, you know, speed and gravity will bend time. So I'm actually somewhat... No, yeah, I'm not going to claim I know what's going on, but you know what I mean. I know some of the stuff they're on about.
They've done it. Han and Strassman in Germany. They split the uranium nucleus.
How?
Oh, so they're racing Germany to make these technological advancements, right? And so yeah, like splitting nuclei of atoms is kind of crazy because like usually that creates fucking insane explosive power. That's right. Any quantum physics guys in the comments, let me know anything I don't understand.
I told you, Robert, no more fucking flowers.
Oh shit, is it not going well?
I don't want anything from you.
You wanted something earlier though.
Oh, Harlan, our paper, it's in print.
You've been upstage.
Oh, does he say 1939? Okay, so yeah, that's Hitler's invasion of Poland, right? Okay, so this is before the war and war's just started, yeah?
That matter is solid. Stop my body passing through yours.
His body's about to pass through hers in a second, right?
You're married to Dr. Harrison.
Not very.
Alright, she's married, okay, that's...
I'm going to New Mexico. To my ranch with friends. You should come.
Being a famous quantum physicist gets you hosed, man, clearly.
Ideology got Joe killed for nothing.
So is this going to be his wife? Because she was the one sat behind him in the meeting thing that's we keep flashing back to. Hey, yo, blood's going in for it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video so far. If you're interested in watching a full-length reaction to this video, you can check my Patreon, top link in the description. And if you want full-length reaction to plenty of other movies and shows and early access to YouTube videos, you can check that too. Or alternatively, you can go to my join button on my YouTube channel if you want early access to the videos. I hope you enjoy.
At least you didn't bring me flowers.
Oh, wait, he's back with her now? What's happening? Is bro a player? Is that what's happening here? I feel like that whole thing with Florence Pugh went so fast. I don't know, is she going to continue to be in the film? I'm not sure.
Filled with communists. They won't even let me tell you what the project is.
Oh, I know what the project is.
I guess at this time, like, Russia was the communists, right? And nobody else, right?
Why don't you take a look in the rearview mirror and stop being so goddamn naive?
So people are following him, listening to him.
Because you're not just self-important, you're actually important.
Yeah, I guess the more important... If you're this guy and you can fucking develop... You know, if you're potentially developing bombs, you're going to have eyes on you at all times, right? Because that's a dangerous thing.
Why were his communist associations not seen as a security risk during the war?
Senator, I can't possibly answer for security.
So, what are his communist beliefs going to lead him to do? I'm interested. I'm not sure what, because I guess we don't know that yet. Yeah, I guess the US really wouldn't like it if the funny bomb man was a communist, right? Like, it makes perfect sense that they would be very upset about that, especially in that time period.
I'd say isotopes are less useful than electronic components, but more useful than a sandwich.
Bro's a stand-up comedian in the middle of the bomb discussion meeting.
I'm in.
Let's celebrate.
She okay? She's just sitting in the house drinking on her own and not looking after the screaming children?
I have been going to him all fucking day.
Okay, she doesn't seem like a very good mother. That's why you don't fucking impregnate women who have just, who are cheating on their husband and, have 2 past marriages. It's just not very statistically, smart.
We're awful people. Selfish, awful people.
Bruh, so his marriage is... We're not even like an hour in. So this moving, I guess it's like a biopic, right? So this is gonna try to include all of the major events of his life, right?
I'm Colonel Groves. This is Lieutenant Colonel Nichols. Have that dry clean.
Bro is not happy with his position.
You're a dilettante, a womanizer, a suspected communist.
I'm a new
Womanizer and suspected communist.
Egotistical, neurotic.
nothing good. No, not even he's brilliant, but
Well, brilliance is taken for granted in your circle.
People who do crazy things like this are often like, you know, outlier people who are very, you know, sort of crazy in ways, and I guess egotistical a lot of the time because they have to believe in himself.
Nobel Prize for making a bomb.
Alfred Nobel invented dynamite.
Damn, he's just showing him up there.
In a straight race, the Germans win. We've got one hope, which is anti-Semitism.
What? Wait, what do you mean?
Quantum physics, Jewish science, is that Hitler is so blinded by hate that he's denied Heisenberg proper resources because it'll take vast resources.
Oh, right. So it's been considered Jewish science because of just him, right? Okay, I see.
No.
You don't get to say no to me.
It's my job to say no to you when you're wrong.
Hey.
When it comes together here, a secret laboratory in the middle of nowhere, secure.
Okay. Triangulated secret lab in the center of all the key places.
If you want security, build a town, build it fast.
Where?
Okay, so he's building his own little town in the middle of the desert for them to test the bombs. Okay.
Build him a town. Fast.
That's build him a town, just like that, bro. Blood pulling out his Fortnite mats and building a house.
And you know explosives better than anyone in the world.
But you can't tell us what you're doing.
Oh, so he can't tell different people certain things for security reasons. Is that it? But he's still got to work with them because they need them.
I'm not coming here, Robert.
What? He's not helping out the homie? The homie man?
You drop a bomb and it falls on the just and the unjust. I don't wish the culmination of 3 centuries of physics to be a weapon of mass destruction.
I do get that, but at the same time, the Germans are going to do it anyway, so you can't... Like, that's why everyone has nukes, because they have to. Because for mutually assured destruction, right? You sort of have to.
I don't know if we can be trusted with such a weapon, but I know the Nazis can't.
Yeah, exactly, right? The only way you could stop the Nazis is with mutually assured destruction, surely.
Take off that ridiculous uniform. You're a scientist.
Rose is insisting we join.
He looks fresh, man. Why do you want to take off the uniform? I feel like his Oppenheimer little hat and outfit is already really iconic. Like, Barbenheimer was like the biggest... These are like some of the biggest movies of the year, right? At least culture-wise. I don't really know how this did at the box office. I think it did decent, but nothing crazy, right?
Talk to Einstein.
Well, there's not much common ground between you two.
That's why I should get his view.
Genius people are just built so different, aren't they, man? It's crazy how people are just like that. It's like the IQ is just so high that they just spot patterns and things that nobody would be able to spot.
Massive explosive force, but this time the chain reaction doesn't stop.
It would ignite the atmosphere.
We might start a chain reaction that destroys the world.
Yeah, okay, so this film is like hinges on them sort of having to decide whether or not to use it, right?
And if the truth is catastrophic,
then you stop and you share your findings with the Nazis, so neither side destroys the world.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, that's all you could really do, right, I suppose?
Till they actually detonate one of these things, the best assurance you're going to get is this. Near zero.
So it's near zero, but not 100% chance that so it might destroy the world, right?
Apparently, the government's not sharing any research with the Russians.
that would be treason.
Yes, of course. I just thought you should know.
So is he trying to encourage him to commit treason and share stuff with the Russians? And is that what this legal discussion is going to be, right? Is that what it's going to be? Okay. Oppie's little village has been built. That's epic. Bro. Their kid is not happy. When your dad's doing such, big things as, the Manhattan Project, right? He's not going to have much time for his son, is he?
Here's the amount of uranium Oak Ridge refined all of last month.
Okay, so they're struggling to refine the uranium needed quick enough.
Instead of uranium or plutonium, we use hydrogen.
Oh, hydrogen bomb. Yeah, hydrogen bomb, that's the thing, bro. I mean, hydrogen bomb is the most powerful one that you can do, right? Because it's, you know, the smallest number of electrons, right, in the nucleus? Or around the nucleus. Or, sorry, smallest number of, like, neutrons. Or both, I don't know.
The Russians have a bomb. We're supposed to be years ahead of them, but so what were you guys doing?
Okay, so the Russians have a bomb, and they're not ahead of them. The arms race is sort of mainly between Russia and the US, right? At least, or maybe that's during, like, the Cold War. I don't know if that's sort of past, you know, this point during the World War II.
How long have you been British?
Since Hitler told me I wasn't German.
Okay. So, so he's Jewish, he's been kicked out of Germany, allegedly. Or, what, allegedly. Effectively, is what I meant to say.
These men aren't stupid, they can be discreet. I don't like it. You don't like anything enough for that to be a fair test.
Damn. Roasty toasted.
And if the Russians know about it already from a spy at Los Alamos, then we got to get going.
There's no proof.
Right.
Spy at Los Alamos.
Is that Nickel guy the spy? Because there's been some suspicious shots on him. That general, you know, the second in command to the guy who's so concerned for security.
You have just the rights that I give you. No more, no less.
Damn.
We are adults trying to run a project.
That's a bit crazy.
Tell him.
Tell him, Oppie, tell him.
Guilty as charged. Well, now we understand each other. Perhaps you can get me my security clearance so I can perform this miracle for you.
Bro, he keeps popping shots at this guy whenever he gets the chance.
In light of the current AEC guidelines, would you clear Dr. Oppenheimer today?
Do you have the guidelines?
Okay, so I wonder what he's gonna say, because Oppie's been bullying bro the whole time. But I guess they're sort of butting heads on stuff. Oh, so they got these to keep track of how much of each uranium plutonium they've managed to, you know, prepare ready for this bomb.
Sorry, General, I said I understood, not that I agreed. Okay.
Bro, these guys do not like this general.
Did you think social contacts between a person engaged on secret war work and communists was dangerous?
My awareness of the danger would be greater today.
Yeah, so I guess this investigation that we're seeing flashbacks, you know, flash forwards to, is taking place during the Cold War when, you know, there's a much more greater threat of war from Russia.
Doesn't matter who I associate with, I don't talk about those.
Hey, bro's come to see Florence Pugh again. And he gave her flowers, which she hates. True, what a legend. Straight in the bin. Hey, spread him, bro. I want to see his willy.
I can't tell you.
Why not?
Because you're a communist.
Okay, he is keeping stuff from her because of that. The fuck? Why is he naked?
Because she was still in love with me.
Wait, what's happening? Oh, okay, so it's visions. That's, oh god. What a weird scene to film, bro.
Yes.
Ah, I don't like that. That's horrible. Fuck. That was so creepy.
Never saw her again.
Wait, did she game end herself after he'd left? What?
I'm sure you will.
I was under oath.
Well, you were under an oath to me when you went to see Jean.
Bro.
Day after day, letting them pick our lives to pieces.
I don't get how she could be, like, this mad about it when she cheated on her husband, right? Like, obviously she'd be mad about it, but you know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. Taste your own medicine, right?
To give them Eltonton without opening a can of worms, I told them a cock and bull story.
Did you just say cock and balls? My favourite actor just said cock and balls. Okay, man, they've got a lot of marbles right now. We're getting there.
He seemed more focused on heavy water.
As a moderator?
Yes, instead of graphite.
You took a wrong turn. We're ahead.
Okay. So the enemies have taken a wrong turn. That's good.
Robert!
What's that? Wait, what's happened to him? What's he done?
I found her yesterday in the bath.
Oh, wow. I thought that's what had happened. Fuck, Florence Pugh's game ended herself, man.
I wouldn't. I don't like it. No, it was me.
Oh, fuck. She's not happy about it.
To commit the sin, and then I was all feel sorry for you that it had consequences. You pull yourself together.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really expect his wife to have sympathy for it, right?
We just don't know what it might do to the female reproductive
Your
system.
reproductive system is more exposed than
Oh.
presumably.
Oh, right. So they're having arguments to do with, like, radiation fucking up their bodies. Okay, I see.
It's your job, Teller. I'm engaged in research. On a hydrogen bomb we're not even building.
I don't know if the hydrogen bomb is the Manhattan Project. That's the thing. I know hydrogen bomb becomes a thing, so this guy's he's definitely onto something.
It's a weapon of attack with no defensive value.
Deterrent. Do we really need more deterrent?
I feel like you have to have the same level of deterrent that the other place that, you know, the opposition has with, like, you know, mutual assured destruction. If they've got a hydrogen bomb, you've got to have a hydrogen bomb. You've got to be able to do the same shit. Otherwise, they've got way more incentive to fuck you up, right?
Do you understand? If we build a hydrogen bomb, the Russians will have no choice but to build their own.
Could they be working on one?
But that's literally what I just said, right?
I can't help but imagine what it will be for such an enemy rocket to carry an atomic warhead.
Let's make sure we're not the ones to make that possible.
Okay, that's what he's gonna say. He doesn't want to be the one to make it possible, but, you know, it's like he said, it's like I said, right? If the Russians build a hydrogen bomb, then you got to build one.
Might Mr. Nichols have given him access to the file, or someone else?
Mr. Nichols!
That's very serious, actually.
I've been sus on Nichols for a while.
It's no longer the enemy who are the greatest threat to mankind. It's our work.
They still do set off the Manhattan Project, though, right? Because it's Nagasaki, Hiroshima, is it not?
But the Japanese fight hard.
Their defeat seems assured.
The Japanese, bro. It's GG for those guys.
How do we justify using this weapon on human beings?
It's a hard one, isn't it? Difficult one to toss up in your brain. So are they testing, like, smaller versions of each of the bomb, like with smaller cores? I wonder how much, you know, all these guys got radiation poisoning from all this work, because they must have done, or at least, like, to an extent, it must have fucked them up, right?
But you felt your judgment was sound on who on the team could be trusted.
Folks, head down.
Well, I guess you never really know for 100% sure if you can trust somebody, because you can't read people's minds, right? So imagine how careful these guys are being placing the outside of the bomb around the core, man.
Just because we're building it doesn't mean we get to decide how it's used.
History will judge us, Robert.
This is true. History's gonna judge the people who made it, but I don't know. It's Pearl. I just fucking clocked. It's Pearl Harbor that triggers them to retaliate with, you know, Manhattan Project. Is that right?
Pearl Harbor and 3 years of brutal conflict in the Pacific buys a lot of latitude with the American public.
Enough to unleash the atomic bomb?
Okay, yeah, they literally just said the thing I said. All right.
A terrible revelation of divine power.
If that's true.
Can you imagine seeing a bomb like that just drop in your line of sight, man?
Once to show the weapon's power, and a second to show that we can keep doing this until they surrender.
Yeah, Nagasaki, Hiroshima, man. There it is.
I've taken Kyoto off the list due to its cultural significance to the Japanese people. Also, my wife and I honeymooned there.
It's weird that he's sentimentally talking about this one place, but he's just going to kill a bunch of innocent people. It's weird, isn't it?
Many lives will be lost, American and Japanese. The use of the atomic bomb on Japanese cities will save lives.
I guess I can see the argument, right? I can see the argument for that.
But the Potsdam Peace Conference in July will be President Truman's last chance to have that conversation.
Yalta and Potsdam conferences. Yeah, I learned about that shit in history, man. I feel like I'd be so lost if I didn't at least have some vague idea about the events that are taking place here and some of the, you know, some of the sciencey shit. I don't even know that much, but if I didn't know any of it, I feel like it'd be very confusing. So is that the piece that's supposed to, like, shoot into the core to make it blow up? It's gotta be stress working with bombs like this, man. Because, you know, some tiny fuck up and it could just blow up, right? So I assume this is the exact bomb that they're gonna drop on Hiroshima, right? And they're testing it in their big old bomb test area right now. So this is the moment of truth to see whether or not it's going to destroy the world, right?
If we fire these detonators and they don't trigger a reaction, 2 years worth of plutonium will be scattered across white sands.
That's crazy, man. 2 years worth of... Oh, man. That's insane. High stress, all of this stuff. Couldn't be me. I get stressed editing my little Oppenheimer reaction and posting it on YouTube.
Are we saying there's a
chance that when we push that button, we destroy the world?
The most remote possibility. How remote? Chances are near zero.
Near zero. Bruh. Fuck. Sometimes you gotta take risks to move forward, I guess. That's just how it is. But this is a very big one. It's a very big risk. I can't lie. I can't lie.
Robert, try not to blow up the world.
Well, I don't really think there's much you can do about it right now. He's just gotta find out, aren't we? Imagine being the guy to press the button. Alright, he's put a load of sun cream on to protect from the UV rays. Jesus Christ, this shit is fucking tense, man. What if I get blinded watching it on my PC monitor?
2, 1.
Holy fucking shit. The silence is insane. I mean, the explosion looks pretty large. I'll be honest, it looks pretty fucking big. Bro, it's crazy that you can just hear him breathing while he watches it happen. You just gotta be in shock at that point after so much work that it's all built up to a one moment. That's insane, man.
Yes, you are.
Bro, this is such a wholesome moment for the fact they've just created a horrible genocide bomb, but you know, whatever. I mean, I understand. I'm not saying I don't get why they're reacting this way. They've spent years working on it.
If they detonated too high in the air, the blast won't be as powerful.
With respect, Dr. Oppenheimer, we'll take it from here.
Shut the fuck up, bro. You don't know what you're on. So now it's the lead up to the actual use of the bomb now, man.
Would the Japanese surrender if they knew what was coming?
Maybe. That's the thing to consider, right? But I guess they don't know that the Americans aren't lying about having that bomb unless they see it in action, right?
Once it's used, nuclear war, perhaps all war becomes unthinkable. Until somebody builds a bigger one.
Yeah, exactly. There's always, you know, people building bigger bombs, right? That's it. I mean, they're probably constantly trying to do that as we speak, right? Just build bigger and bigger bombs, better and better weapons. It's fucking... The world we live in is kind of fucked up, isn't it? But there's no way that's ever going to change because it's just ingrained in human nature to an extent.
I thought they would call.
It's only the 5th.
Japan, it's the 6th.
Yeah, it's the 6th and the 9th of September 1945? Is that correct? Those are the dates of Hiroshima and Nagasaki?
Crows on 1.
So they've dropped it?
Apparently, it went with a tremendous bang.
Really? Did it go with a bang? It's pretty good that this didn't start a nuclear war, right? But like hearing about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, it's pretty horrific, right? There was just, you know, people melting and just fucking people just burning and melting in the streets and shit, right? He's giving a speech on it, but like he doesn't even agree. Does he agree with the fact that it was dropped? I don't think he does, right?
But I'll bet the Japanese didn't like it.
Fucking hell, man. Okay. He looks stressed. He does not look pleased with himself at all. Yeah, he's so zoned out. I guess he's feeling really guilty, potentially.
I just wish we had it in time to use against the Germans.
It's weird how they're all just screaming so animalistically, right? Oh, yeah, he's seeing the skin get wiped off the flesh, is he? He's imagining it. He's like, oh, this could just happen to us at any point if, you know, another country develops that technology. Fuck, that's a crazy... Oh, he's just stepped through somebody's sternum. Oh, bro, this is a good scene. Yeah, I mean, it's things like this that really make you question humanity and morality in general, right? Bro, that scene was great. That's my favorite scene in the film so far.
How's it feel to be the most famous man in the world? You helped save a lot of American lives.
And end a lot of Japanese lives.
If what you say about the Soviets is true, we have to build up Los Alamos, not shut it down.
I guess that's right, but he feels guilty, right?
I feel that I have blood on my hands.
Oh, what? Is Truman wiping up his blood?
Nagasaki gives a shit who built the bomb. They care who dropped it. Hiroshima isn't about you.
Oh, that was awkward. That was kind of awkward, man.
Don't let that crybaby back in here.
Fucking hell. Calling him a crybaby. Oh, I guess that's the kind of... You need somebody like that to press the button to drop the bomb, though, right?
He was devastated when Truman rejected their recommendation.
Okay, so Truman made it so the hydrogen bomb had to be developed, right?
The British scientist that you put onto the implosion team at Los Alamos, turns out he was spying for the Soviets the whole time. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, are you spying? Fuck, man.
Japanese spoke of people who wore striped clothing upon whom the skin was burned in stripes.
Bruh. That's crazy, man.
Who climbed out of the ruins of their homes, only slightly injured. But they died anyway.
Yeah, and there was like loads of radiation problems, right?
Nobody knows what you believe. Do you?
One final time.
Seems like he's keeping his beliefs very close to his chest, so I wonder how they... yeah, I don't know.
What was it you said about Borden? Why get caught holding the knife yourself? I'm beginning to think Borden was holding the knife for you.
Wait, he was the one who wanted to expose Oppenheimer and did it through someone else? What? Fuck.
That is the straws.
Lewis brought me to Princeton, Kitty.
And then you humiliated him in front of Congress.
Oh, wow. Is the humiliation part of the motive? Fucking hell.
We need a systematic destruction of Oppenheimer's credibility so he can never
Okay.
again speak on matters of
So they didn't want to martyr him, but they wanted to just ruin his credibility, so they didn't assassinate him or anything.
no audience, no reporters, no burden of proof.
No burden of proof.
What? There's no burden of proof to take any kind of action with this thing.
This is just how the game is played.
Well, forgive my naivete.
Fucking hell, the game's the game, man. Tony Stark, fucking, he's doing it, man.
But don't take too long. I can't keep Nichols at bay.
Bro's trying to pretend that he's his friend the whole time, man.
Is this proceeding interested in entrapment or in truth? If it's truth, where's the disclosure?
I don't think they're interested in truth. They're just interested in doing the thing, right, aren't they?
Your friend, Hakon Chevalier, the communist. Is he still your friend?
Yes.
That's not a good thing to admit, but I guess he's just going to say what he wants to say, right?
How long has counsel been in possession of this letter?
I don't think I should be subject to cross-examination by you, Mr. Garrison.
Mr. Garrison.
I feel like everybody should have to answer for everything if you're being completely transparent and fair, right? And they obviously aren't.
J. Robert Oppenheimer is an agent of the Soviet Union.
What?
Following conclusions,
They're really trying to say he's an agent of the fucking Soviet Union, man.
sufficiently hardened communist that he volunteered information to the Soviets. 2.
Yeah, so that's what they're getting him for. Okay, yeah.
Is anyone ever going to tell the truth about what's happening here?
I don't know, man.
I've been asked to testify about Louis Strauss. Most of the scientists in this country would prefer to see Mr. Strauss completely out of government.
Oh, is my man gonna actually... Okay.
Because of the personal vindictiveness he demonstrated against Dr. Oppenheimer.
Oh man, he's getting exposed right now.
Robert Oppenheimer is now being pilloried and put through an ordeal because he expressed his honest opinions.
Yeah, the people in power don't want influential people to have the opinion they disagree with, though. It's always been like that, and it's still like that now.
Excuse me, gentlemen, if I become stirred, but I am.
Hey, my man standing up for himself.
I want to see the vital interests of this country in hands which I understand better, and therefore trust more.
That wasn't, like... Yeah, that was a fair enough thing for him to say, right? He wasn't, like, trying to destroy him there. He was just being honest.
I would not clear him today if I were on the commission.
Good.
Fuck, man.
But I don't
Fuck.
think I'd clear any of those.
Feels like they forced him into a corner with that question where he had to answer that way. I feel like those guys are kind of, you know, they're kind of homies. They've had their disagreements, but they work together to do the whole thing. So there's a lot of mutual respect there.
I would have protested against the tactics of the man who served in fact as the prosecuting counsel, a man appointed not by the board, by Louis Strauss.
Oh shit! This guy, he's saving the thing, man.
It's your question. It's not properly phrased.
Do you understand what I'm getting at?
I do.
Why don't you answer it that
Because
way?
I don't like your phrase.
Yeah, you've got to be specific with things like this when you're questioning.
Well, I couldn't answer that one.
I couldn't either.
She's doing really well against these people, man.
Damn it, I happen to love this country.
Then tell them to go to hell.
Let's go, Albert. Let's go.
Why would Hill come here to tear me down? What's his angle?
Do people need a reason to do the right thing? As he sees it.
I told you.
Oh yeah, I can tell that he doesn't agree with Strauss anymore, right?
J. Robert Oppenheimer, if he could do it all over, he'd do it all the same. Why? Because it made him the most important man who ever lived.
Is that true? I don't know if it seems... I don't know. Really? I don't know.
You testified in here that the bombing of Hiroshima was very successful.
Technically successful.
Technically, it was very successful.
Well, yeah, technically it was, yeah.
I set forth our arguments against dropping it, but I did not endorse them.
You mean after working night and day?
He doesn't want to give his own opinions. He just wants to...
I didn't ask you that, Doctor. And the GAC report which you co-
Fucking hell, this is getting so intense. What the fuck?
When did your strong moral convictions develop with respect to the hydrogen bomb?
When it became clear to me that we would tend to use any weapon we had.
Okay. Fucking hell, man.
Has come to the unanimous conclusion that you are a loyal citizen.
Holy shit. They've actually come to that... Oh, fuck. However. There's a however.
We have voted 2-1 to deny the renewal of your security clearance. A full written opinion.
Okay. Security clearance denied. Fuck, man. Okay, he's lost this. I wonder if Strauss is going to win the vote thing that he wants to, though.
Undenied. Yeah?
I'm afraid so, sir.
All right.
He lost. Right.
Led by the junior senator from Massachusetts. Young guy trying to make a name for himself. Didn't like what you did to Oppenheimer. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy.
Oh, okay. JFK voted against him. Fuck.
They don't want me in the cabinet room. That's fine. Maybe they should just invite Oppenheimer instead.
Maybe they will.
Fucking hell, man. This...
They didn't talk about you at all. It's possible they spoke about something more important.
Yeah, I guess this guy's so full of himself. Is he just fucking seeing stuff that isn't there? Probably. I mean, if he's that, if he's that pissed off about Oppenheimer taking a piss out of him, then yeah. Oh my god, look at that aged Cillian Murphy, what?
It won't be for you, it will be for them.
Oh, fucking hell, bro. Holy shit. So is this just sort of about how the government just wants to do what they want to do and these genius people who are developing technology are just being used for whatever they need to be used for?
We thought we might start a chain reaction that would destroy the entire world. I remember it well. I believe we did.
Fuck, that's... Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, in a metaphorical sense, it's true, isn't it? Bro, that was... Oh, man. Is that... Holy shit. Fucking hell. That was so fucking good, man. That was sick. Holy shit. What do you even say about that, bro? Ugh. I guess, yeah, I'll try to talk for a little bit. I guess Yeah, that was really fucking good. I was expecting to watch this film, and I was expecting to come out thinking, yes, this is a well put together, you know, well written, well made film. That's what I was expecting to, you know, come out of it thinking. That is what I do think, but I didn't expect to necessarily enjoy it as much as I did, because I was like, 3 hours. Maybe I'll get bored. I don't know. Maybe I'll sort of recognize the merits of it, but not necessarily enjoy it so much myself. I was so engaged in that the whole way through, and like, it was all just people talking to each other and having conversations and shit. Man, that was great. That was fucking amazing. Safe to say, this is my favorite one out of the Barbenheimer duology. But for me, Barbie was just a bit of bullshit fun. This was actually a fucking masterpiece, bro. That was really, really good. Obviously, brilliant performances from everyone involved. Yeah, that ending scene as well. That was great. That was probably maybe that was my favorite scene or second favorite, where, you know, he's like, it's like, fuck, metaphorically, I have just ended the world. Because that's sort of like a prediction into the future, isn't it, right? Like, that we don't even, because like obviously that happened then, but it's like stuff we don't even know about that could happen in the future, right? You know, the fact that nuclear weapons were developed, it's like, they're going to get dropped eventually, and a massive nuclear bomb is going to get dropped again. Like, it is just going to happen at some point. And it's like, yeah, it's just like looking straight at the audience and telling them, like, you know, this shit's been made, you know, this can end the world, this is real, this could happen at any point. And yeah, it fucking hits, bro. Alright, boys, tell me what you thought in the comments about Oppenheimer. Make sure you hit subscribe and like the video, because it helps me out a lot with the algorithm boosting, trying to grow my channel. You know, I'm trying to include what I can on the YouTube cut, but I will want to massively cut this down. And I feel like this film specifically is the type of film where, like, you need to fucking sit down and watch the whole thing. Like, you're not going to get the meat of it from watching a reaction. You can check my Patreon, top link in the description, if you're interested in watching that along in full, plus a bunch of other movie and TV show reactions. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Click one of these annotations. Yes, you know, this video up here, this is the best video for you, apparently. Playlist here with some other movies. Subscribe there. Yeah, man. Click all of them. Alright. This has been Merc Movies, and this has been Oppenheimer. Thank you for watching. See you next time.